good, YouTube? LTTV Sports Nation. The Golden State Warriors, we faced the Memphis Grizzlies in the play-in. We took a L in overtime, but overall the game was pretty competitive, and it's a game that I enjoyed. The question is going to start to linger around the organization is what's next. It's a lot of questions for Steph and his extension. Will he sign, or will he not sign, or will he wait to see what we do as far as the front office moves? Because I don't think how we basically missed the postseason back-to-back seasons without Clay, I don't think our roster is going to remain the same. I think changes will be made. I think a few pieces will be gone and a few pieces will stay. It depends on who those pieces are. I think Kevon Looney has a player option. Oubre Jr. and Bazemore are both free agents. And Clay, Steph, Draymond, and Wiggins combined are owed $136 to $140 million. So that right there is going to hurt us big time. And I stated this in a previous video on this channel. One or two of those max contracts could be gone. Joe Lacob has made it very clear that he's willing to spend whatever it takes because he wants us to win. And that's a good thing to hear. However, how much is he willing to pay out to make sure that we win next year is another question. Because from what I've been reading, we're destined to be spending around $315 to $400 million. That's a pretty big number, if you're just asking me. But if we got the pockets, and hey, go right ahead and spend that. It's going to be pretty interesting to see what we do. As far as will we trade Wiseman or Wiggins? Because I expect those rumors to be thrown out there. And you recently have the Blazers, particularly Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. They're kind of doubling down on them wanting Draymond Green. Now, could that happen? Possibly. I mean, it's the NBA. Anything can happen. If the trade makes sense, I think the Warriors may end up pulling that trigger and sending him to Portland. But for somebody of Draymond's stature, as far as the defense is concerned, the Portland Trail Blazers, they're going to come up with a very, very good offer that Bob Myers and company cannot refuse. If it's not even close to what Bob Myers and company are liking, then that trade really is not going to happen. I just don't see it. As far as Wiggins and Wiseman go, that's another story too. Will we keep them? Will we trade them? Because if a superstar or all-star talent becomes available, who's to say that those two won't be immediately thrown in any trade for any superstar off the jump? So I fully expect Bob Myers, Joe Lacob, and others to reevaluate and look at our roster from top to bottom and bottom to the top and see who fits, who can stay, and who will go. Because it's going to be a lot of reevaluating going on. And it wouldn't shock me if a good 4 to 5 pieces end up leaving or end up getting waived, and we just bring in a lot of veteran guys. Now, granted, we do have some young talent on our roster. Toscano Anderson, Jordan Poole, especially those two specifically. But any and everybody else, I'm not all that certain. that they'll be kept for next season. But we just gotta see how that plays out. It'll be a few pieces that'll be moved, or if they're sweet enough, possibly could get traded if a big name becomes available. So if your name is not Steph, Clay, or Draymond, or maybe even Wiggins, but Wiggins, I'm kind of iffy on him. Not because of his play, but because of the front office and his salary. So I'm going to just say, if you're not Steph, Clay, or Draymond, you're pretty much expendable. And I do think that calls will be made to Golden State or by Golden State about certain pieces come this offseason. Because now with Steph playing the way he's playing, and he can still play at an all-time high level, and we have the return of Klay Thompson as well, it's going to be very, very important that we be aggressive in the offseason and try to make the best moves possible. Because if we miss the postseason or third season, Steph re-signing with the Golden State Warriors may not be a sure thing. I mean, yeah, a lot of players, they want to stay with their team that drafted them. But if things ain't moving the way it's supposed to be moving, then Steph has to do what's best for him. And he could look to move elsewhere if we don't do our job as far as the front office. So I fully expect us to make the right moves at the right time and have a championship ready roster for next season. Because I still think that we can win at least one more championship with the core that we have already in place. Now, many may doubt that, but me having faith in the Warriors this time around and knowing that we have a lot at stake, I think we will be able to pull one off. Now, do I think we'll win the championship next season? If Steph, and especially Clay, if Clay is healthy, 100% or 110% ready to go for a full 82 games, then yes, I think a championship is in the cards for the Golden State Warriors within the next year or two. But if that's not the case, I think we'll be in the same boat that we were in just this past season. 7th to 8th spot, struggling to make the play-in, things of that nature. That's just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know what you guys think about the Warriors' chances winning another championship next season. And what do you think the Golden State Warriors will do as far as the offseason moves? Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. LTtvSportsNation, I'm out. Peace.